I just wanted to talk about online presence for a moment, or maybe a little bit longer than a moment. While I sit here working on a little cross stitch project to use up, not cross stitch, crochet project to finish up this ball of thread. Um, I just watched a video by a individual who has a budgeting channel. And that's all well and good. I mean, I watched it thinking it was a budgeting video, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, her and her partner, her husband, seem to be having a bit of difficulty in life right now that concerns, finances and jobs and this and that. And it really kind of struck me in that it was a whole video where she kind of loosely talked about some budgeting stuff going on. I mean, I'm always a sucker looking for better ways to budget and make sure I can stay within my means and things like that. So I watched the whole video. I just kept hoping that there would be some budgeting stuff on there, and there never was. It was her complaining that her husband had quit his job and that he could only give her a certain amount and not the full amount that she asked from him to pay the bills. I got the feeling that they keep separate finances and then he just gives her money to go towards the bills. I don't know. But the part that really hit me hard was the whole complaining about her husband. I really feel that social media, be that here on YouTube or over on Facebook or TikTok or Snapchat, that's not the place to complain about your husband or your partner or your wife or your fiance or your baby daddy or baby mama or whatever. For a couple of reasons. Number one, that's private. That's between you and them, not you and them and however many subscribers you have or how many you might not have. Sorry for the wonky video. I'm using a light to give myself a little extra detail here. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I mean, my husband and I have been together for 33 years. Come this October, it'll be 33 years. We'll have been a partnerships starting in July for 33 years. So we've had our good times and our bad times and our in-between times and our iffy times and our great times and times we were ecstatic and times we were over the moon and, the whole thing. But if you look at my Facebook, I mean, I've had Facebook since it came out. Or you look at my Snapchat, or you look at my Instagram, or you look here on YouTube, you will never find me running down my husband. You will never find me complaining about my husband. You will never find me saying disparaging words about my husband. And believe me, there have been times when I've wanted to do so. I mean, nobody's perfect. He's not perfect. I'm not perfect. This poor woman and her husband, they're not perfect. It's just one of those things that, for the sake of privacy, I don't feel like putting that up on public YouTube or Facebook or any other social media. I have had fights and arguments with my son. My son is 18. He feels he knows everything. He doesn't. But he's finding his way in the world. And that means he's going to stumble. That means he's going to have issues. That means I'm going to stumble because, let's face it, I am definitely not perfect. So not perfect. But you won't find me cutting him down any more than you would my husband on social media. It's nobody's business on social media. And that's not to say I didn't talk to friends or I haven't discussed with a therapist or another pastor or something the issues that I have had with my life or with my interactions with my family. But if you put it on the internet, it's permanent, which means that in 2 or 3 years, either when you're no longer together because you've had to get a divorce or move on, or you have worked through your issues and your marriage or your relationship is now solid, it's not saying that's not going to come back up and haunt you or bite you in the butt. I mean, you can be going just fine, and then all of a sudden, I mean, how many of us have Facebook accounts that every once in a while pops up and says, hey, this was 9 years ago today? Has that little memory fissure. Oh yeah, in 9 years, is there going to be a memory that pops up that says, by the way, hey, look, you guys were fighting, and this is the garbage that you were spewing about him on the internet? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. And this poor woman that I'm using in my example, she definitely needs someone to talk to, and she needs to feel heard, and she needs to feel validated. So does her husband, obviously. But is this really the right forum for it? The comments, of course, were quite polarizing. Most of which were like, yeah, kick him to the curb, girlfriend. You don't deserve this. He's a horrible guy. He didn't do things right, and now you're the one paying the issue. And I'm so sorry about this whole video thing. It seems to not like it when I get too close. And, that can't help their relationship either, because it's just validating strife. A lot of people validating strife. I mean, she has over 1,000 subscribers. I have 80. Maybe I'll get to 1,000 one day. By the way, like, share, subscribe. Give me some kudos. Show me to friends. Tell me what you want to see next. More doggos? I definitely got that in spades. They were going crazy earlier today, by the way. I should have videoed that. But I didn't. I was too busy just enjoying them playing. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. What do you think? Should you keep private things private? Do you see problems with your spouse as something that's private? Do you see a problem with laying it all out there for, YouTube subscribers or even non-subscribers, considering average video can get views from people that aren't even subscribed to you. In this case, she's had over 1,500 views, and she's only got not even 1,100 subscribers. So she's definitely had a bunch of people who don't even subscribe to her for her regular, we'll use air quote, regular viewers. It's definitely reached further and wider. But give me some input. Tell me what you think. Am I just shave my mask? Am I just being stuck up? Am I too prudish? It'd be nice to know. Anyway, have a great day, folks. I hope it's going well for you this beautiful Thursday day. Bye-bye.